Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol niyeh bidvaro. We live in a society of abundance. There are so many things, and it's impossible to have everything. And I realize that there are so many things that I don't have that I would like to have. You know, the neighbor's grass is always greener. You know, what the other one has is probably better than what I have. You know, constantly there are new things coming up, and I can never keep up. I buy something, and the following day, almost, there is a new version of what I bought already, and this is obsolete. I am forever not satisfied with what I have, because there are so many things in this world, and I simply cannot have everything. A rich person suddenly gets sick. Well, he feels, you know, he's incomplete. He has everything here, but the sickness is what really keeps him awake all the time. You know, people are not satisfied with what they have. You know, I lived in Venezuela for many years, and it's already 22 years that there is a tyranny in Venezuela. What happened? They were voted in. The first time it was kosher. They were voted in legally. Why? There was a democracy in Venezuela for over 40 years. There was abundance. There was everything. But people are never satisfied. You know, you're free to say what you want, but maybe there's something better. Somebody comes and says, you know, I'll offer you something that you haven't even seen before. What I have is not sufficient. We people are not satisfied with what we have. You know, this insatisfaction is also the mother of invention. Many a time, you know, things that are accepted, somebody comes with a new idea. You know, I know how to do it better. And he revolutionizes society. So I think the insatisfaction is very important also. But on the other hand, it makes us unhappy, because there's so many things in this world, and every day there is more. So you'll never be satisfied in this world. Jewish tradition teaches something else. Jewish tradition says, in the morning when you get up, you know what you have to say? Modeh ani lefanecha. I thank you, God. For what? Thank you, God, that I'm alive, that I can breathe, that I can love the people that are around me, that I'm here. Do you realize what you have? I am privileged, really, because out of one of my windows, I can see the ocean. And if I get up at a certain time in the morning, nowadays, I think it's around 7 o'clock, 6:45 or so, I see how the sun comes out with the ocean in front of me, and the sun coming out, illuminating the world. You know what an experience that is? Have you ever sat down and listened to music? You know, nowadays with your phone, with anything, you don't even have to pay anything. You can hear the most impressive concert. You can hear Beethoven's Ninth Symphony played by the best orchestra in the world. There are so many things that are available to us today that are really free. You don't even need any money to obtain them. You only have to know where to look for them and be aware of it, want to do it. I think that we have to somehow change our way of thinking. You know, instead of looking at what I don't have, look at what you have. Look at all the great things that you have. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. I don't want you to cry. But my first new shirt was bought when I became 13, bar mitzvah. I had 2 older brothers. I always used to get hand-me-downs. That was the first new shirt that was bought specifically for me, is when I was 13. If you were to ask me, Rabbi, how many shirts do you have? I really don't know. Maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 40. I know I even have some shirts that I never opened. I'm not a wealthy man. I'm not poor. But many people today have so many things. I think I mentioned this to you. My late mother used to spend nights with an inverted glass and a pair of socks on top, and she would try to fix the socks, the holes in the socks, mend the socks. When is the last time you saw somebody fixing socks today? How many pair of socks do you have? I think that instead of looking at the things that we don't have, I don't have a plane. I don't have an airplane. But I have all the airlines in the world. If I want to buy a ticket to fly, I can choose any airline I want. Look at all the things that you have. Maybe the problem with us is that we accentuate the things that we don't have instead of looking at what you really have. Look at your family. Look at your home. Look at yourself. Be thankful to God. Get up in the morning and say, Modeh ani lefanecha. I am thankful, God, for what I have. Somebody has more? Okay, let him enjoy it. I am happy with what I have. I told one of my relatives, who was looking for a job, and he said he doesn't know what he really wants. And I told him, you don't have to work at what you like to do. You have to like what you're working at. Learn to appreciate what you have. You got a job, learn the good parts of that job. Every job has a problem. Every apartment has a problem. Everything has some difficulties attached to it. It depends on your outlook. If you're looking for the right things of what you have, you won't be missing so many things that you don't have.